Hello friends, welcome to YouTube channel of a Gokul Global University. In this video, we will learn about the sequence and series. It is topic of a mathematics. It is useful topic for the BSc semester 2 students of the mathematics. Basically, we can start the definition of a sequence. So, let's begin. What is sequence? So, sequence is order selection with identify the first term, second term and so on. Definition is that if for each n belongs to capital N, a number an is assigned, then the number a1, a2 and so on up to an is said to be a sequence. Okay. Now what is convergence sequence? If we can choose the number, a randomly number, suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it is called sequence. But we can apply the relation between them. Suppose 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is called a sequence. Now what is convergence sequence? So a sequence an is said to a convergence to a real number L if given epsilon greater than 0, there exists a positive integer m such that an minus L in modulus less than epsilon for all n greater or equal m. So it can be written as, we can show that limit n tends to infinity an is equal to L. Then a sequence can a particular point and sequence going to the particular point, then it is called a convergence sequence. Okay. Next, what is divergence sequence? We can see the convergence sequence and definition of sequence. Now we will going to discuss about the divergence sequence. So a sequence an is said to be a divergent to infinity if given any real number k greater than 0, there exists a positive integer m such that an greater than k for all n greater or equal m. It can be written as the following. We can say that limit n tends to infinity an is equal to infinite. Okay. So what is the difference between divergence sequence and convergence sequence? So convergence sequence is a contain a particular point or a perfect limit. Okay. And divergence sequence are not contains fixed point. Okay. This is infinite. So value of infinite, I don't know what is the main value of this. It is called a divergence of sequence. A sequence an is said to be divergent of minus infinite if given any real number k greater than 0, there exists a positive integer m such that an greater than k for all n greater or equal m. It can be written as following. Limit an n tends to infinity is equal to minus infinite. Okay. So here limit can exist infinite or minus infinite is called a divergence sequence. Now integral test. So what is integral test? The integral test is easy to use and good to use when the ratio test and the comparison test want to work and you are pretty sure that you can evaluate the integral. Okay. So for a series, limit n tends to infinite an not is equal to infinite, and where we find a positive, continuous and decreasing function f for n greater than k and f of n is equal to an. Then we know that if integration k running from infinite f of x into dx. This is the integral test. Now we can discuss about the different type of test for our syllabus. So next is that what is infinite series? we can already know what is series and what is sequence. Now, what is the definition or what is the infinite series? So, infinite series is an unusual calculus topic. Okay, so infinite series not a particular point and not have a particular value, especially when it's come to integration and differentiation equation. Infinite series can be very useful for computation and problem solving. Okay, so infinite series are very useful for integration and differentiation equation and solving the problem of that. So infinite series are built upon an infinite sequence. So convergence sequence have a particular series, but infinite sequence have a built in infinite series. Okay, for example 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 and 36, this is a sequence, but this is an infinite sequence since it has an infinite number of elements. This is not a fixed number. Okay, the infinite part is denoted by there are 3 periods at the end of the list. So it is the example of infinite sequence. Now next is that nth term test. What is nth term test? So in this slide we can show that example 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 value of this example. So 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 and 36. So 1 is the first term, 2 is the second term is 4, third term is 9. Okay, so this type of we can learn about the nth term. So the nth term test is also called a divergent test. Okay, we can already learn about what is divergence sequence. So it is the divergent test. So the nth term condition is given below. If limit n tends to infinity does not exist the infinite term, it is called the nth term. Okay, so one is the first important note is that this test can be used only for divergence. Okay, this test cannot be used for the convergence. It only for divergent test. Basically it says that for the series limit n tends to infinite an, if n not is equal to 0 then series is divergent. Okay, so it's the definition and discussion of the nth term. Next one is that P series. So what is P series? Here we can discuss about the different terms of sequence and series. We can already discuss what is a divergent sequence, what is convergent sequence, nth term, and this one is P series. So the P series is a pretty straightforward series to understand and use. Okay, so it is very useful and understanding series. The P series is that summation n running from 1 to infinite 1 plus 1 upon 2 raised to p plus 1 upon 3 raised to p and plus up to so on. So if what is convergence and divergence for this P series? So if p greater than 1 it is called convergence, and if 0 less than p less or equal 1, so value of the p is between 0 and 1, it is gives a divergence value. Okay, this is the two part and two things of a P series for divergence and convergence. Now next one, the P series convergence theorem. Okay, what is the P series convergence theorem? So if summation n running from 1 to infinite 1 upon n raised to p, where p greater than 1 is a convergence and p less or equal 1 and in between 0 to 1 is a divergent. In summary, for the series summation n running from 1 to infinite 1 upon n raised to p is that first is that p greater than 1. So if p greater than 1, already we have done is the conversion. Okay. Second one is that 0 less than p less or equal 1, then diversion by the n term test. Okay. Third one is that if p is equal to 0, so what is the value of the divergence and conversion? So by the n term test it is divergence, and we can already seen this for a n term test. And if p less than 0, then series always divergence by the use of a nth term test. Now next one is that infinite geometric series. Okay, so geometric series are an important type of series. This series type is unusual because not only can you easily tell a geometric series converges or diverges, but if it converges, you can calculate exactly what is converges to. Okay, so geometric series is very useful for the giving a value of a converges point or this limit. Okay, a series in the form summation of n running from 0 to infinite a r raised to n is called a geometric series with a ratio r n has the following properties. Okay, so if modulus of r greater or equal 0, this series is divergent, and modulus of r is less than 1 or the value of the modulus r in between the 0 and 1 is called convergence. Okay, so this is the property or a basic information of a geometric series. Next one is that direct comparison test. What is the comparison test? The direct comparison test is sometimes called the comparison test. However, we include the word direct in the name to clearly separate this test from the limit comparison test. Okay, so for the series summation an and the test series summation tn where tn greater than 0, to prove convergence of summation an comma summation tn must converges to 0 less or equal tn less or equal an. To prove divergence, we can prove divergence. What is the property of divergence? So summation an and summation tn must divergent if 0 less than an less or equal tn. Okay, now what is the next step is that, so ratio test. What is a ratio test? The ratio test is probably the most important test, and it is used a lot in a power series. Okay, value of the power series given by this test. The ratio test is a best use when we have certain elements in the sum. Okay, so let summation an be a series with non-zero terms, and let limit n tends to infinite in modulus an plus 1 upon an is equal to capital L. It's a specially define the value of convergence and divergence. So their cases are possible depending on the value of a capital L. If capital L less than 1, then series converges absolutely or absolutely convergence series. If L is equal to 1, then ratio test is inconclusive, so it is not satisfy convergence and divergence. And if L greater than 1, then series is divergence. Okay, there are three things for the ratio test and totally depend on a capital L. Okay, so here L less than 1, then series is absolutely convergent, and also the particular point have L is equal to 1, then ratio test is inconclusive, and L greater than 1, then series are divergent. Okay, this is clear for the ratio test, and next one is root test. The root test is the least used series test to test for convergence or divergence. The root test is used when you have a function of f that also contains a power with n. For the series summation an, let limit n tends to infinite nth root of modulus an. Three cases are possible depending on the value of a capital L. So it is the same as the ratio test. If L is than 1, the series converges absolutely or absolutely convergent series. If L is equal to 1, the ratio test, here it is root test, is inconclusive, and L greater than 1, the series divergence. Okay, so this is the conclusion of a root test. Now second one is that alternating series test. So the alternating series test is sometimes called the Leibniz test or Leibniz criteria. Okay, so summation I running from 0 to n minus 1 raised to n an converges if both of the following condition hold. So it is called alternating series test. Okay, condition number 1 is that limit n tends to infinite an is equal to 0, and condition number 2 is 0 less or equal an plus 1 less or equal an. So if two conditions are satisfied, then this given series is a hold from the alternating series test. Now next one is that absolute and conditional convergence. Okay, so sometimes a series will have a positive and negative terms but not necessarily alternate with each term. To determine the convergence of the series, we will look at the convergence of the absolute value of that series. Okay, so absolute convergence, what is absolute convergence sequence or series? So if the series, here we talk about the absolute convergence series. So if series summation of modulus an converges, then the series summation an converges. So it is different between modulus an and single an. Okay, now second one is conditionally convergence. So what is the condition for this convergence series? So if an is converges but modulus an is divergent. Okay, so here condition is that if summation an is a normal without any restriction is a converges, but if we can take the value of an in this modulus form, it is divergent. Okay, so this is the discussion about the absolute and conditional convergence. Now next one is that here it is a table that summarizes these ideas. Okay, so what is the difference between and what is the main difference between the summation an, summation modulus an, and what is the conclusion about these two type of summation? So here if summation an then converges both. Okay, if modulus of summation is a conditionally, then we can also see in the previous slide. Okay, so what is the conclusion of summation an and modulus of an? The conclusion is that if summation an converges absolutely and converges conditionally. Okay, so absolutely convergence theorem. What is the absolute convergence theorem? So if the series summation modulus of an converges, then the series summation an also converges. Okay, but it can be not used contradictionally. Okay, now conclusion is that an is converges absolutely and as converges conditionally. Okay, now next one is that power series. So what is the definition of power series? What is defined? How can we define a power series? So a power series is based on the geometrical series using the equations summation n running from 0 to infinite a r raised to n is equal to a upon 1 minus r, which converges for modulus r less than 1 where r is a function of x. We can also use the ratio test and another test to determine the radius and interval of a convergence. Okay. So power series is determined by the ratio test and other all test. Okay. Now next one is that Taylor series. So it is a geometric representation. A power series is based on a geometric series using the equation. Okay. Which equation? So equation is that summation n running from 0 to infinite f raised to n of a upon n factorial into x minus a raised to n is equal to, what is the first term of this series? The first term of this series is f of a plus second term of this series f dash of a upon 1 factorial into x minus a plus f double dash, that means second derivative of f upon 2 factorial into x minus a raised to 2. Okay, and we can put the value of 0 to infinite, we can this series made a expansion. Okay, we use the ratio test to determine the radius of convergence. This is the main important point of the ratio test. Okay, so a Taylor series is an infinite power series and involve a radius and interval of convergence. Okay, so in this video we can use or definition some power series, Taylor series. Okay, we can discuss about all basic series in this video. Thank you.